is.
Oh. See? Get a zoom on Sitco over there.
You look better?
A few weeks ago, a buddy and I went on a hike in the Blue Ridge Mountains. There was no cell service out there, and as Zach and I were leaving, we approached a split in the road. There were no signs and no humans to ask for directions. Both left and right seemed plausible. And I stopped the car for a good 20 seconds, and Zach asks me, "What's your gut telling you?" So I focus on the feeling for a moment, and it was quite literally in my stomach. Scientifically speaking, your gut does have its own brain, and it's incredibly accurate. And this feeling told me to go right. So I did. And with 40 miles to travel home and 47 miles left in the gas tank, we somehow managed to make it out unscathed. That is intuition. It's a trust-reliant relationship between your soul and your brain and body. So give your soul every reason to trust your body. Work out, read, eat clean, and rest hard. And through these actions, your mind quiets down. It's been said that you can learn more from an hour of silence than you can through 100 books, something like that. And the same holds true while you work out, for example. A workout is just a gap in thought. Drugs, they just create a gap in thought, and that's why people can become addicted to either one. After you take care of yourself for long enough, your soul-mind relationship builds, and then you'll be able to discern real and fake, authentic and disingenuous. A mind unaffected by constant stimuli, your phone, TV, work, is more reliable than any AI we have today. But it's paradoxical
to modern society
because we can't conceptualize the benefit of just doing nothing. It has real value though. Doing nothing is to allow your soul and mind to get to know each other, and that's when your intuition is built. But why would you want intuition? A lot of people want intuition for good decision making. They think, if my decision making, that is, my intuition, were good enough, I'd know exactly what business to go into, who to surround myself with, who to fall in love with. But notice the verbiage I use there. It's called decision making. It must be made, it must be created. And so if decision making is a form of creation, let's look to the experts in that field, artists and musicians, and let's see what they do. Leonardo da Vinci, for example, was infamously lazy. It took him years to finish the project, The Virgin of the Rocks. John Lennon, who belongs to the Beatles, he was known to be lazy. He would stay in bed until noon. But when inspiration struck, he'd become an obsessive workaholic. Artists are known to work in these sporadic, unpredictable, but passionate chunks. But an ordinary man hates the word unpredictable. But that's where the unique creation is. There must be space. There must be downtime. To get something, you sometimes must do nothing. And notice the wording again. I said, do nothing. Similar to a workout, this space allows your mind and soul to recover, and eventually, when inspiration strikes, spit out your new ideas. I'm not saying that you can't have any structure. Plenty of people have gone a long way obsessing and stressing over their work, and it is a great solution if you're willing to sacrifice passionate, fluid, authentic, and creative work for a seemingly predictable path. The dichotomy, though, is that true certainty lies within this intuition, which takes time and it takes space to build. Intuitive certainty is based on a feeling. This predictive certainty is based on logic. So I think you can be great with a premeditated plan, and some structure is required. I don't think you'll be exceptional that way, though, because all greatness goes beyond logic. Conor McGregor, one of the most legendary fighters ever, was a master of his mind. Yeah, he trained, but every fighter trains. Only the exceptional ones have something that doesn't quite coincide with reality, which is why we call them exceptional. They're exceptions. And everybody tries to plan and predict success, but the few who make it happen, the exceptions, they don't do what everyone else does. They're led by something beyond logic. They're led by a feeling. And this is why their level of success doesn't make sense to the ordinary person. When a massively successful person gives advice, it always sounds blatantly obvious. They'll say something like, trust the process. For some reason, all of the successful people say it, and none of the unsuccessful people believe it. The exceptional results are within an unpredictable trust, intuition. And personally, I'm not interested in logically predictable kinds of success. I'm perplexed by those who go beyond logic. We all are. The Beatles did not become legendary through some curated methodology like we'd all want to believe. I think if you asked the Beatles how to make great music, they wouldn't give you a step-by-step list. It'd probably sound something like, just have fun. That's another thing the greats always say, but we neglect to take it to heart because it lacks logic, it lacks complexity, and it's too boring, too simple. All I'm saying is follow a feeling, not what makes sense. To pursue greatness is to say, screw what makes sense, I've got a feeling and I'm going to follow it. Your time is limited, and if you want logic,
you're going to be the best at the thing that you really like to do.
So explore, find what that thing is, and once you do, exploit it.